Hello everybody, welcome back to Glitz and Glitter. I've got my 2 turtle molds back out. I did make these one time prior, but I received an order for Patricia. Patricia emailed me and said she loved these turtles and she's been wanting them for a while, but like our email has been lagging, so it's been a long time coming. So this one stands on its feet. This one lays on its back with his feet up in the air. They are super duper adorable when they are unmolded. So I hope you stick around and watch till the end. Prior to me starting, I gotta give a big shout out to my girl Renee. Renee's always got my back no matter what. She heard me and saw my bookmark molds were like a million years old and falling apart. So what does she do? She sends me a whole new set of bookmark molds and tassels and more tassels. So Renee, you are too much. You spoil me like crazy. So thank you, Renee. I do appreciate it. And if I have extras today, you know what I'm using. So I have picked out, she wanted the same green I used before. It's called Spring Green and it's by Resin. It looked really, really pretty. That's going to be the body of the turtle. So in these turtles, this one has like part of the hard shell showing with a flower in the center, and this one has a flower in the center, and then I'll do the shell after it's unmolded. So I did get out my pointy little eyeliner brushes to get those little tiny dots in the center. I have a tiny little paintbrush here. Let me grab my switching sponge. I always forget to grab so I can change out my powders. I have picked purple. She wanted purple, so I'm changing the colors up a little bit. She wanted purple included, even though she wanted the green like before, she wanted purple in them, and I didn't do that before. So I'm going to do a purple flower in here, and a purple flower in here. I'm going to use blue for the belly on this one, galaxy for the center parts, green for the leaves. And what was this for? Oh, this one I don't need because I found a purple. And that one was more blue. So everything will be linked in the description if you're looking for any of these products, and all the discount codes will be in there too. As usual, look at that, I just spilled on there. I'm going to use it. Wait, which one is this? Is this the galaxy? Yes. This is the galaxy. No, you know what? I don't want to use galaxy. That's going to be too close to the purple. I need to find a gold. This is the one I want to find. This is called olive. And even though it looks white, it will show gold sometimes when you change the lighting. Let me find a new brush. Since I already got galaxy on that one, it's not going to come off. So I do want to wipe that off my mold so it doesn't get into there. And these hold about, for the pair, 8 ounces. I had to go back and rewatch my video so I knew how much to. I'm glad I say it on my videos because even I refer back to them so I can see how much I have to mix up when I make them. A little bit of powder spilled in here. I think the bigger one held 4.5, and I think it was 7 total. I'm going to mix up 8 just to make sure. These are not the right ones. Let me find the right ones. Okay, got a new one. These were also sent to me as a gift. You guys spoil me to death. I can't believe how many things you guys send me for gifts, and I use all of them all the time. So I'm going to just... The reason I'm using this thing is because it's pointy and it doesn't make my powder go everywhere. So I'm just getting it right down into those little dots of the center of the flower. And then I will move on to the other colors. And we will get, I think this one only has 2 if I remember correctly. 2 in there. And again, this one was Olive by Resin. And now let's work our way out. We're going to do the purple. This is a color changing purple, red, green. I'm hoping most of it would be purple. Seeing that it's the first color listed, let's hope I'm right. I could be wrong. Actually, I know this one doesn't have. One of them had leaves, and it was not this one. So I'm just going to carefully get the flowers painted, and that's all that gets painted in this one until we're finished with it. And I am going over that little olive color just because it really doesn't matter. It's already in there. You're going to see that first because it's touching the silicone first. So that's not a huge deal. And if you do get it in there, just take a little, let me grab a different kind of brush. These are, I guess I've already gone through 100 of them. I'm opening a new package. These are like a tiny, tiny, super tiny Q-tip. Take a little alcohol on there and just get out all the powder that you didn't mean to be there. And clean it up. Whoops. Because you will see it, and I do want to get it off the shell part because it did, I guess I did get it in places I don't want it. You can probably use a, I know you can use a baby wipe if you don't want to use an alcohol paper towel like I'm doing. There we go, that one's good. I'm gonna set that aside because this one needs a little more attention. I'm gonna do the leaves first. I guess gotta figure out which ones are the leaves and not do the wrong ones. It's very hard to tell. There's only 2 of them. And I think that's one of them, which is over here. I hope I'm doing the right part. And the other one, I have a really bad angle. Let me turn you off so I can get into the light better, and then I'll come right back. Okay, I got them. They were difficult to find, but I did get them. Okay, now I'm going to do the purple flower, and then I will do the outline on the bottom of his belly, which is his shell. And I'm going to do that in the, I think the blue. Carefully. Don't like cleanup on this stuff. You could dip it in alcohol if you want to and paint it on like a paint too. Sometimes it works for me, sometimes it doesn't. It's hit or miss. And for an order, I don't like to do hit or miss. I would rather take the time and just clean up if I have to. That way I know it'll be on properly, even though it's the hard way. But it's not too bad. It really looks like it's going on good. So I'm just going to take my little Q-tip brush, get some of that out. Get that out. I'm just going to wipe the side down. Whoops. Okay, now for, which one is it? Do I want to use blue or galaxy? Let's look at them. I wonder if galaxy is too close to, I don't know. This has a purple and blue tone. Maybe I'll use this one because she did want purples in it. So this will give her an extra boost of purple. And this one is just going to stay within the other part of the shell. You could see the outline in person. I mean, if you were working on it, you could see what I'm talking about. And you wouldn't be working underneath a camera, which is not easy either. I'm just gonna get this painted on. Then I'll mix up, let's see, I'm going to use my casting resin today. And I will put it through the vacuum chamber just because I don't want any micro bubbles or very little micro bubbles forming when the bubbles rise when I'm not looking. They will hit some of the silicone on there, and underneath you can get micro bubbles. So I'm going to use that one, and well, the vacuum chamber cuts down on those a lot. Not completely, but it does cut down on them a lot. I think that's all the painting that I need to do. That's not too bad. I do want to go back in and clean it up, so let me clean it up and then I'll get some resin mixed up and I'll come back. Got my 8 ounces mixed up, and I'm going to pour a little in this cup, but before that I'm going to put my mica powder in so it doesn't go flying everywhere. This is spring green. I'm going to put a decent amount in. I want a really good color. Put a tiny bit of mica in here, kind of like I'm making a pigment paste, and then I'll pour it back into this cup. I use this extra large cup for 8 ounces because when I put it in the vacuum chamber with mica powder in there, it's going to bubble like crazy, and it'll bubble over and make a huge mess in the vacuum chamber. So I wanted this really, really large cup so that didn't happen. Otherwise, I would have had to split it into other separate cups, so I might as well just leave it all in one. So get your mica mixed really, really, really well. I'm going to put a little more in, and then I'll add it to the batch. It's almost like a lime green. All right, let me put it in here. And whatever my extras are, it's going to be green. If it's anything like my last video, I should only have 1 ounce left. All right. Stir this up then, and then we will get the bubbles out. Hopefully it's enough mica powder. I'll find out here in a second. Looks pretty good. All right, let's get the bubbles out. It's time to pour. The only thing I'm going to do is try to spray a little of alcohol right down in the head. And pour slowly. I do want to pour it this way so I can watch it. And then I will take like a little stick or something. Go down in the feet and the tail. Make sure they get down in there before I move on. Let me find something. These little pink sticks, I really love these things. They're very versatile. There's one there. little bit more. Okay. Then I'll do the same thing for this one. So where's the head? Down here. Flip it where I could see it. Oh my gosh, you guys, I need more resin. That's crazy. How did that even happen? Here, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna have an extra ounce. That's what I said in my last video. So I don't know what the heck's going on. I need like 2 ounces. No, I don't need 2 ounces, but let me see. Let me scrape. I wonder what the difference was, other than the cup I mixed it in. That's all that was different, is the cup I mixed it in. Can they be that different? All right, I will mix up an ounce and pour it in, and I will see you on demold. That's craziness. I don't understand what's going on. All right, be back in a minute. Okay, it's time to unmold. So we're gonna do the extras first. And this I can't finish because I don't have any resin mixed up to pour the other part, but we'll take it out, check for bubbles. And this is the big one. This is really, really big. It's the big as my little finger. And it looks really good. There's a few bubbles on the edges, but I think I get that in all of them. So what you do is you take the other side. Let me wash it out first. And you stick it in here. And then you'll pour your other resin. So I'll probably pour clear over this when I have some extra resin, and then finish it off. You'll top coat it and whatever. So we'll do that on another video. Here is the bookmark. Came out really good. I always put something on them and I top coat them to make them really stiff right now. Otherwise it's going to bend. Actually, this one isn't too bad for the first time ever. But I top coat them with UV resin after I get the sharp sides off. And the UV resin will stiffen them up immediately, and you won't have to wait 30 days or whatever to full cure. So I'm very shocked that this one is so stiff today. It's usually not like that. So in case you're wondering why your bookmarks are bendy, that's why. So just look and see which side is the best. And I pulled out some inspirational stickers to go on. So I like this side better. And this one says, life is not measured by the number of breaths we take, but by the moments that take our breath away. And these are on a clear background. I'm gonna do that on the table actually, so I wanna get it completely pressed down. Oh, this one's a little too wide. I can't use this one. Well, I just need to trim it. Give me a moment, I'm gonna trim it up. All right, I just used my scissors and I trimmed it up a little bit better. Now it fits. Just press all those bubbles out. Let me see if I even like this on green. Sometimes, depending on what color it is, sometimes I don't like it and I change my mind. It's not too bad. What do you think? I do think, I was gonna say I should put some sparkle in it, but I don't want to cover the words, but I do want to cover the fact that the sticker is on here. I'm just gonna cover it with resin and see if it's Okay, after I scrape off some bits that are on here that makes it unlevel. Where's my knife? This is how I clean mine. I just scrape all the extra resin off. Otherwise, your piece will not be level and it will have a tendency to drip. Okay, that's better. That's better. Okay, now you just cover it with UV resin, cure it. If for some reason it bends, just put a heavy book on it. Maybe heat it up on your heat mat. Put something heavy on it, a weight or a book or something. Pull it off the heat mat or turn your heat mat off and just leave it there until it cools down, and it will not be bendy anymore. This hides the sticker really well. You can't see the edge anymore. So I guess I didn't need the glitter, even though I would like to put the glitter in, but the words on the green are already a little bit difficult to make out. Not impossible, but I don't want to add more barriers with the glitter on this one. And then cure it. There we go. Looks pretty good. Let me grab my lighter. Get any bubbles out. I see a little piece of glitter. All right, I'm just gonna cure it for probably 5 minutes. I like to do the longest one. That way I know it's completely done. If it's still sticky, I will wash it with soapy water. Normally it's not sticky, but every once in a great while it is. And then we will unmold the main event. It is done cooking and it is good. It's not sticky and I've got a tassel to match it. Just pop it right in and you are done. Package it up. If I can get it in there. There we go. And you've got yourself a bookmark. And now what you've all been waiting for. We are gonna get these little guys out of here. Gonna need to do it by me. Sorry, guys. I used a different silicone for mine. I do not use this silicone for the ones that I sell. The ones that I sell have a much softer silicone and it's not easy to get out, but when I poured these for me, I accidentally poured the wrong silicone, and that's why they are mine. They'll come out, you just have to finagle them a little bit more because this silicone is not as flexible as the soft stuff that I use. Okay, there we go. There he is. What do you think? Oh good, you got the purple and you got the blue just like I wanted. The two little leaves are in there. We're gonna bling them up just like I did the other ones. Now this is the soft silicone and it pops right out. So I didn't make a mistake on this one. And there is this one. So see all the detail in the shell? We're just going to take a paint pen and we're going to outline that. Of course, look at me, I'm bleeding right there. All right, I'm going to trim him up. We're going to grab some Well, I'm gonna put some eyes, a little mouth on both of them, and we're gonna get some rhinestones around his belly. All right, my friends, another one down in the books. So here is the one. I'm going to call this one the husband because I didn't put any like blingy bling on him, no eyelashes or anything. So I just took the purple paint pen because she likes purple and outlined his little shell for him. And then his beautiful wife here who got all dolled up. They're going to go on a hot date tonight. So she put on her best toenails, her best shell, and she has a couple butterflies on her. There was a little tiny bit of mica powder in purple right there, so I needed something to cover it up, so I put a little butterfly there. And she's got little eyelashes and a happy face. So let me know what you think, guys. I hope you like them, Patricia. Oh, and I did do the back of her shell with the purple so they match. They're matching going out. All right, well, I'm going to get you some final pictures, and I will see you all tomorrow. You guys have a blessed day. Bye, everyone.